Hey guys, this is Malc's Geeky-Chat live, joined I'm here with John, Little John,
Thank you
and
for that great start, by the way.
you're welcome. And James is meant to be here. He might pop in later. We don't know because he hasn't got in touch with us. But who knows? He might pop in along the way. I'm sure whatever he's doing, it's incredibly important at the minute.
Yeah.
So let's start off with a question. John,
Sure.
how are you?
I'm doing okay. Waiting on the last bit of information to be sent so I can get my job started.
Hmm.
And the other day, I watched the pilot episode for the new Supergirl series, which I thought was surprisingly good.
Yeah, a lot of people said it was awful.
I don't know. I thought it was decent. I mean, it doesn't compare to Smallville or anything like that, but I thought it was decent.
For a CBS show, it was all right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Whenever I think of CBS, I think of a little bit cheaper budget, but I think not bad shows.
Yeah, I mean, that's where a lot of my favorite shows are at anyway. So then there's, I love CBS.
Yeah. Well, one thing I never liked about CBS was they never had Blu-rays, but they're starting to now, so that's made me happy.
So maybe you just, what's the word, kinetically told them that?
I might have done. It looks that way, doesn't it? Going, no Blu-rays, and now they're going, we need Blu-rays.
The week after you complained about it, they're like, let's release all the Blu-rays.
Let's release all the Blu-rays.
I mean, slowly, but they're just getting it done.
Well, it'd be good if... Go on.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say it'd be good if they did release more on Blu-ray.
They should release everything on freaking Blu-ray. But no, I've just been doing more work on my blog, which is getting a little more action finally.
Did you say on your blog?
My blog, weirdo.
Oh, I thought you meant your toy. I was going to say, what work are you doing on
it? don't you want to know, you sick little,
So how's your blog doing?
Good. Got more likes now, and more people are actually noticing it, and getting a lot more tunes every week. And I found like 3 or 4 new bootleg sets that have all kinds of different stuff.
I was thinking it would be good if you could become famous, and you were like, you remember Syke from Gangnam Style?
Sure.
Right, you could be him, right? But you could sing bootlegger style, right? And then you could be like, because I was watching the video last night of Gangnam Style, and I thought of you exactly. But you could change it. You could be famous and have millions from one song. What do you think?
First of all, I can't dance. Second of all, I can't sing, and I would never auto-tune myself. So that's a negative, ghostwriter.
It's a shame because it could have happened. It could have been good. What you need to do is you need to get a singer, you need to get a dancer, just have your head put on them. You know
yeah, that's exactly what people need. A 45-year-old fat guy trying to dance.
I think that would work. I think that's the future.
I hope not. Someone like me with absolutely no musical talent whatsoever, no, I'm good.
Hey, that's like 95% of music nowadays, isn't it?
Well, that's true too.
You be able to anything else?
Not too much. Just download a couple of movies and just getting ready for work. Went out and bought a bunch of work clothes and ready to go.
Oh, nice.
Waiting on the phone call.
Well, a phone call. Do you think I'll be doing it next week then?
Hopefully tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then probably Monday morning.
So how long does it take to get these security checks then? I mean, I thought they were instantaneously.
No, because again, the drug test, of course, that's like a couple of days, whatever, because of the backup.
Yeah.
But with the background, they can just do a simple background. Go back 10 years, anything wrong? No, fine. You're done. Fine. Okay. Or they can pay for a more in-depth. Go back 20 years, any criminal activity, but that takes a while.
Yeah.
So that's why that Trey told me, it could be 5 days, it could be 10 days. Only because the department I'm going to be in does a lot more extensive check.
I say because it could be some sort of fraudster or something.
Well, they've had problems down in that area.
Well, you know, the good thing is you've got the job, you're going to have it, and you're going to enjoy it.
Yup.
Because you can listen to some sick tunes while you're at it.
Oh, the thing is, I'm more than likely I'll have like almost nobody around me. I'm gonna put those earphones in and blast my eardrums completely out.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna just fill up, have my couple iPods, and just go to town.
You should go even more crazy. You should get some surround sound speakers, go boom, 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 boom in there.
Oh, I should like surround the room with what's U-Haul blankets to make it soundproof.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And yeah, just put speakers in every single corner.
And boom, boom,
shake
boom,
the
boom.
whole building.
And then when people walk in, they'll be like shaking across. Like, the question is,
what are you listening to?
The question is, John, did you watch Life and Times of Tim this morning, like you said you were gonna?
I watched a part of it. Yeah, it's absolutely hilarious.
What, did you watch the first episode?
Part of it, and then watched that what the unpaid hooker.
Yeah,
that is hysterical.
Because most people, I watched it years ago. Most people had never heard of it, and I've been recommending it to my cousin for like 3 years, and he's never bothered to watch it.
Yeah, I watched part of that this morning, but in that short of unpaid hooker is just so funny.
I love the bit when the pimp turns up, and the pimp goes, "Oh, you know, you'll never pay me," and he takes all his clothes.
Well, the fact where she's sitting on their couch, smoking and flicking her ash on their carpet. She has the phone message that he left for her. And the girlfriend's like, "Oh my God!" He's like, "Oh my God, that's not my voice. How do you know that's me?" It sounds exactly like the guy. That's hilarious.
I love the guy when she goes, he wanted some backdoor action. He's like, "No, that's not what I wanted."
Girlfriend's like, "What's backdoor?" He's like, "Oh, I didn't even know what she's even talking about." He's like, it was 100 for overnight and 100 for backdoor, and
It's something like that. I remember because the show's got like 60 episodes, but they're like 2 episodes per episode, so it's like 10 episodes of series.
Yeah.
And I think they're nice and long enough. When it got cancelled, I was so disappointed because I was like, this show is brilliant, but it got cancelled in the 3rd season.
Well, I think it's also on the wrong network too.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. If it was like Comedy Central, I think it would have lasted longer.
Yeah, it was in like Adult Swim and probably still be going.
Yeah, exactly.
Adult Swim, the stuff on there seems to last a long time. But who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Well, mate, I've been up to a lot. I watched Wonder Years today. And that's all I've done all week.
Oh, yeah, right. Come on now.
Well, most of my week has consisted of me bidding on movies.
Yeah, we've been click, 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 click.
At one point, it was so bad that John was even watching it on share screen.
Oh, and it was absolutely fascinating too.
I'll tell you, the worst part was when I
was just gonna make some popcorn and just start eating and watching it. It was great.
The worst part was when I lost that Sentimental Swordsman. I was like,
the last possible second.
Yeah, it did my head in. My heart stopped when I missed that. I was like,
you're like, damn.
I was so angry about
it. You placed your bid like 8 seconds and you still lost.
Yeah, because the bloke had one of those snipe things that snipes at the last second.
Yep.
I hate those things. They really, really make me angry.
Yeah, a friend of mine does that stuff. He buys a lot of like old musical instruments and stuff to repair musical instruments. Yeah, same thing. That like the last second and a half, bam.
Yeah.
And he gets all kinds of angry emails from people.
But to be honest with you, I'm all right. I mean, I've got 42 coming, so it's not that bad.
Oh, it's that all? Damn.
Yeah. It's
slow week.
Yeah, 42 in a week, huh? That's not bad. So if I could do that 4 weeks right, that'd be like what? Let's say 120, 160, 168. Maybe 168 a month. That's not bad.
Lord.
The thing that really gets me is how many there is. Every time I think, oh, I've got a good stack of them, there's more on there of the same people, and I'm like, wow, I want that one.
Yeah, always something. And I watched part of that. I watched part of that Rackshaw one last night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Actually, well, first of all, the quality was 1968. The quality was actually top notch. I was shocked.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, the first part of it opens up kind of odd because there's kind of this Chinese village, and there's this woman singing at the top of her lungs, for no reason. They give no reason why she's doing it, but she's going higher and higher and higher and higher, and then the marauders come to this town and want to take the whole thing over, and the townspeople stand up for what's right, you know. And then the Rackshaw comes and does his thing.
I see.
Because the Rackshaw's kind of like an evil but good kind of spiritual thing.
Yeah. And you watched the whole movie?
I don't know, just part of it.
Why did you stop at part of it?
Because the connection was horrible.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well,
I couldn't download it, so I had to try to stream it, and that didn't work well at all.
Well, my plan is to basically review all these movies, talk about the people in the movies to a certain amount of depth.
Yeah.
I was watching My Lucky Stars last night, the trailer, and I was saying to Don, that's this person, that's that person, they're in that movie, they did this, they were in the military. And I want to say all this stuff in a review.
Right.
Because I feel like people, if they really like these movies that I'm going to review, they're going to want some history. They're going to want to know more about the people. Because martial arts films and certain films, even though people go, oh yeah, I love Jackie-Chan, I like Bruce Lee, you get the people that are just like pop-in people, and then you get the people that go, oh, so this person was also in that film as this character as well, really?
Right.
I've got to check that film out. And that's what I want to do. I want to basically help people learn certain things. You know?
Yeah, instead of just, the story is this happens, like the movie, that was it.
Yeah. And that's what I feel like I do with my movie reviews of normal movies.
Mm-hmm.
But with these, because they're my passion, or one of them, I should say, I want to go into detail.
And you want to be a lot more in depth with, like you said, the characters, the story, everything.
Yeah, I want to be more in depth with it because I can be. Because most people would have either seen it, or if they haven't seen it, they'll want to learn something about it. Thus, the reviews.
Right.
So I've got plans for it.
If you can get someone to spark someone's interest, and they say, oh, then I'll get that, and then they'll tell the buddy, oh, this is a great freaking movie. You should pick this one up too. Yeah. And it starts a big process.
Exactly. Because I'm going to tell people at the end of each thing, if you want to buy this movie, you can buy it from here, called www.maydecemberdownloads.com. You pay $10 and you get an illegal copy.
Way to get shut down there, Malc. Good job.
well, that never exists.
$10 digital download. Yeah, that's what we need.
A $10 digital download for your convenience.
It's an ISO that I created.
Yeah, I handmade these with my commentary on top.
This is handcrafted quality shit we're talking here.
I'm telling you, if I could on YouTube, I would make commentaries for movies.
Sure.
But the problem is, no one's going to put their DVD in and listen to you talking while their DVD's in, or if they haven't got the DVD in, are they?
Unless you're the director or the star.
Yeah, no one's going to listen to that, but it would have been cool, you know?
Yeah, but not just some random wanker just talking throughout the whole thing.
That's it now. Here comes David Chang. Who is this guy? This guy's a nobody. Why is he talking? Why is he running the movie?
Why is this character even in this scene? It makes no sense.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of funny, you know. I mean, I've got them coming. I've got about 27 coming today, so
good Lord.
I've got to get them sorted, and I've got to figure out what I'm going to review first. I might do my first review at the end of the week.
Cool.
You know.
Well, just don't cut into your gaming time with Tash. Will kill you.
No, I won't do that. What I'll do is I'll be gaming, and then I can look over at the TV at the other side and go like this. Oh, yes.
Then she'll smoke you.
She will. Well, we're supposed to be playing Dying Light tonight, I think.
That's the one you told me about earlier, right? You showed me the video.
Yeah, we're supposed to play that tonight, I think. So that'd be interesting. I've played half of it already myself, but I'm going to restart it again and play with Tash kind of thing, you know?
Well, I saw some of the use. It was like one of the most realistic, zombie shoot 'em up games. I don't know.
Yeah, it's quite good. It's one of those games which I feel I was really enjoying when I first played it, but it felt like it was a bit boring. And it ain't because I've never been a big zombie fan.
Right.
I can watch zombie movies, but they need to have action in them.
Sure.
And I feel like it's one of those games where if I play with Tash, it'd be more fun, it'd be more exciting. We can have a laugh, pointing at people, me smacking one man in the back there while she's getting bitten, stuff like that. That will make it more fun. Plus, I'm going to record some of it tonight as well.
Good.
So that'd be even better,
I mean, you don't record like the one time that you shoot her, and then not record the 6 times she shoots you.
Well, in that case, I don't know where this comes from, right? The thing that comes from this is everybody seems to think that I only record Tash getting beaten or whatever. It's not the case, so.
I can just hear you now. This is for the tennis match, bitch.
Oh, and the golf.
Yeah, and the golf. Yeah.
And the arm wrestling.
Well, she just tears you up, man.
Yep. Except for the darts. With darts, 180.
That's pretty impressive, man.
And I'm a better shooter.
Like in the weed that I have, I'm really good at the bow and arrow.
Oh, what, the archery?
Archery. I'm really good at that. Are
you good at doing the boxing?
Yeah.
You like the boxing?
I do. I like the tennis.
How many people have you beaten in a row?
I don't know, 7 or 8. I haven't really boxed too much.
Okay, well, I remember playing around my mum's. And I remember loving the game and loving the boxing, but after a while you just get so worn out. You're like,
oh yeah, I mean it's a hell of a workout.
It is.
You have to constantly moving and throwing and moving, and that's 3-4 minutes just like.
I like when you're on the floor, you have to get up and you're like, ooh.
You have to just keep on pressing the buttons. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so yeah, Dying Light is the game we're going to play, and because we tried playing Dead Island,
right?
And Dead Island was terrible. Now it's so dated looking now. It's like,
really?
Yeah. It's Dead Island and Dying Light are practically the same type of game.
Okay.
They're actually the same. Just obviously one's like a newer version by someone else.
Just updated graphics and a little different story.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to play that. I'm going to record that, try and do some best bits,
Good.
And upload it. I'm going to try that with Dying Light, and I'm going to try and do it with Grand Theft Auto every week. I'm going to record about 7 hours and go through it the next day.
That's going to be a lot of editing, man.
Well, the cool thing with it is I can skip a whole lot of like just running about and loading screens, you know what I mean? So it's not, it'll probably end up going down to about 4. And then after that, I can edit into chunks and upload kind of thing. Hey, Alex.
Hey, Alex, what's up?
What's up? How you doing?
You should have joined us, man.
Yeah. If you want to, you could join us if you want.
Hey, I'm down for that.
Sure. Throughout the whole video, we'll call you James, though, so that you can, we'll just call you James. But if you want in, I'll invite you.
Yeah. Jump on in. Well, I saw they were the director of the new. I know you don't really care, but the director of the new Ghostbusters posted a picture of the new Ghostbusters car.
I saw it.
Yeah.
And it looks awful. It looks cheap, it looks tacky, and it looks nowhere as good as the original.
You think so, huh?
I think so.
We shall see when it comes out next year. I want to see them all in the full outfits. I mean, we see them on a freaking rack, but
I don't like the idea of a female Ghostbusters. Alex says his internet is still being bad. Okay. That's a shame. Just glad you're here, though.
Good to see you, Alex.
Good to see you. Good. If you got any questions, Alex, please ask them.
Go right ahead. We're ready.
But yeah, you know, I mean, the Ghostbusters movie, I don't think women should be in the lead of it.
Why is that?
Because it's a male movie. It's not a female movie. Right?
Well,
And a lot of people are going to watch this. I'm going to put in the title, sexism. That way I'll get a lot of people watching. Right? Here's the sexism bit. Ghostbusters has men in it. Ghostbusters, like Dr. Weichman, or whatever his fucking name was. Right? And Dan Aykroyd and all them, I don't care about seeing the women. The woman in it there was two women in it. There was Sigourney Weaver who goes mental. And there was the other one who was practically the secretary. And that's where they should have been. In the butt? What?
I said Annie Potts, you weirdo.
Oh, I think you said in the butt. I was like, what? But, yes. That's what I think they should be. Now they were having a bloke be the secretary, aren't they?
And they got Thor being the freaking secretary now.
I mean, why the hell would he be the secretary? What the hell's his problem?
Money.
I don't know. The movie's going to be a big, massive flop, and if it isn't, I'm going to buy the rights to it so I can destroy it.
Set it ablaze, as they say.
I'll do a special YouTube video of me going, look, I bought the rights to this. Look, it's in the bin.
No, see, no, if you buy the rights, then you do your own commentary when you release it.
Yeah, I can imagine that commentary.
This is scene 3. This scene really, really sucks.
I can imagine it now. The movie's starting. Well, welcome to the commentary of me putting down this shitty movie. I'm
this
going
is
to be
an hour and a half of complete crap.
an hour and a half of me just going like this. No, this is terrible. This is rubbish. I don't like it. Apparently, Bullseye was supposed to be in Daredevil season 2.
What is?
Apparently, Bullseye.
Really? I haven't heard that.
Yeah, they mentioned Jason Statham, but said he turned down the role.
Oh, wow.
I have to admit, I can't imagine Jason Statham wearing a big mask and everything.
No, it's not his
thing. I think they need to have people that are not really big, but are big.
Right.
You know, like people you know, but people who are not big on the screen.
I know they cast the new female character yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that, the new Elektra.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have too many characters. They have an Elektra. They've got Daredevil, obviously. They've got the Punisher, and now they're going to have like a Bullseye. It's like,
And they have Kingpin.
Yeah, and Kingpin. It's like we're getting big amount of characters. I'm hoping they do it over different episodes, like Smallville and stuff. But it's the fact that they've got such a small, like 12, 13 episodes to do.
Yes, and how do you fit in everything without making it look bad?
Yeah, I mean, you enjoyed it, didn't you?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
You know, and I think it's going to get. I think it could get better. I mean, they're making a Punisher, aren't they? They're making a Punisher series.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to make it based on the most violent comic of the Punisher series. That should be fun to watch.
Yeah, but I mean, like your argument was before a few weeks ago, are they going to be able to make a Punisher that's not too fluff?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't want my Punisher going like this. Oh, Teddy. You know, I don't want him being like the Punisher version of Mr. Bean. You know?
Punisher.
Yeah, exactly. But overall, I mean, I want to see more stuff. I want to see more than just superhero stuff on TV now.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going to have that, let's have some kind of other story behind it, or don't overwhelm us with too many characters.
I want to see a TV series of American Ninja.
Oh, God.
So Michael Dudikoff now fighting off all old grandpa ninjas.
Isn't Dudikoff almost 60 now?
It's 55, I think.
Damn.
But watching The Avenging Force, I got so angry because there was meant to be a sequel. And they never did a sequel.
No, they never did.
and it really, really annoyed me. Are you
What's
going
that?
to get? Are you going to get the Mad Max comics?
If they're based off the new movie, I would.
They're based off the new movie. I might give them a go. I might see how they're doing. But again, I don't know. You know, I like getting comics, but at the same time, I like waiting for the actual whole lot in the one novel.
Well, no.
So I don't know.
Oh, and my buddy's cover of the comic came out yesterday.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
Did you get a copy?
I reserved a copy at the comic book store in a town, 2 towns over.
Nice. Do you have a big comic collection?
Oh, no. I stopped comics a long time ago.
But yeah, I think I look for it when I go out because we've got a comic shop right next to us.
Blood Strike, the cover's done by Dan Frega.
I'll look for it. I'll ask for it in the store because that's the easiest way.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, I think I will.
He's way stuck because that's one of the first things he worked on when he got hired in comics in the early 90s.
Oh.
Yeah. What is this?
It's the comics. Oh, that's a nice cover.
Let's see.
$4.99.
Can you share the cover?
Yeah, I can show it. Let me just.
Or actually, no. Let me.
There we go. Ready? Present to everyone. What's the cover there?
That's pretty cool.
$4.99.
It's not bad.
Where's the store? Yeah.
Nux in the morning.
Yeah, I might look for that. I'll look for them both because we're going out at some point. I think maybe Monday.
Cool.
So I might look for it then. 4 of them explain some of the films. So there's going to be 4. Oh,
okay.
What to start off with? Well, you know, I think I'll pick them up. If there's only 4 of them, why not? You know.
That's what, $20.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Get some balls and some plastic.
And of course, they're probably going to make it part 2 or 3 probably. So
yeah, there's 2 more, aren't there, coming out?
At least.
So I just hope they don't mess it up.
Oh, they will.
You know, I don't know. You know, 1 and 2, the original were good, and then number 3 sucks. So maybe it'll happen with this.
One with Tina Turner was horrible. Thunderdome, or whatever it was.
Beyond Thunderdome.
Yeah.
2 men enter, John. 1 man leaves. Yes. I never get that. That's my other 3 at the bottom.
Oh, that's 3 at the bottom. Huh. Okay. I don't know.
Oh, they look really nice. Verbal. Oh, there's 4 different covers.
Oh, there is.
Or there's 3 different covers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate that. Really cool though.
I really hate different covers.
Why?
Because it makes me want to spend more money.
But yet, when you saw the different poster thing for Jim Cotta, you almost had a heart attack.
I did, and I mean, Orphan Black. Orphan Black has got its own comic book series out. You know, comic series, and there's like 12 copies of issue 1 with 12 different covers.
No, that's going too far.
And I was like, no.
That's a little too much.
Whenever I go to my comic store, they've never heard of certain things. I said about the Millennium comics, and they went, "What? I've never heard of it." And I was like, "I said, what about X-Files? X-Files? What's X-Files?"
So that used to drive me crazy when I used to go into like sports stores, and they got like the 18-year-old kid who graduated like last week.
Yeah.
Maybe when they're like, "Oh, I'm looking for a Chicago Bears hat." What team? The Chicago Bears? Is that baseball? Like, oh my God, you're killing me.
It's like when me and Donna went into a shop to look for a Paco Rabanne, Lady Millions.
Yeah.
The girl was working there. She went, "What's Paco Rabanne?" And I was like, "You work in this store, and that's one of the most famous ones."
Yeah, nothing.
She had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
I said to Donna, as soon as Magic Castle, we're leaving. I said, I'm not buying from somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, that always frustrated me when people did that. Same thing in record stores. I mean, back when I was younger.
Yeah.
Who's that band? Who's that? Who's that? You work in a record store and you don't know where anything. First of all, you don't know where anything is, and you haven't heard of half the bands I know of. And I'm not. And back then, I was nowhere near the music head I am now.
Yeah.
Drove me insane.
Alex has got mad. All different stories. 2 Mad Max, 1 Furious A, and a joint in Mortan Joe, and Knox 1.
Okay, so different stories.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
That is cool. I'll be in the store picking them up. I wonder who'll get to them first, John, you or me?
Probably you.
Yeah. I know what you'll do.
What?
Where will they online?
I'll just go to the place in Concord and pick it up whenever I feel like it. It'll be there.
We can hope. But I tell you, I don't know about you, but there's all these comics now of nearly everything.
And almost every, like sci-fi show or just any older show now has its own comic.
I mean, Firefly's got its own comic.
Isn't Buffy still going?
Yeah, Buffy's still got it. Angel's still got it. Supernatural's got it. Orphan Black's got it. Falling Skies has got it. Doctor Who has it. And you're like, if I may be a fan of all these, but I can't imagine paying for all the comics as well.
Yeah, too much.
I mean, I'd want them, but I wouldn't want to pay for all of them because it's ridiculous. Same with movies. They seem to be releasing comics for every movie almost now and all.
Right, and the thing is also like, okay, I mean, I've always loved comics, but if you go from a TV show where this happens and this happens within the hour of the show, that's something like that can take a comic, 3 issues to even get to.
Indeed, this is true. Well, a good point is Tash. She gets the X-Files comic, and they build up something, and then they just make it fall apart. It's like, come on, because I used to collect the old Spider-Man comics.
Yep. Sorry.
I used to collect the old Spider-Man comics in the 90s, for me, because I was a kid.
I was huge in the Spider-Man comics in the 80s. Huge.
Yeah, and I was collecting them all. When I lived in England, I had a massive, massive collection, which obviously I got rid of. But I used to really, really enjoy it. And there's times now I'm like, oh, I'd like to go back to that. But it's so expensive. If you want to be a proper collector and you want to be a proper reader and stuff, it's crazy.
I mean, especially a lot of the older stuff is either harder to find or someone, even like your experiences with some of the movies you want to get.
Yeah.
Someone who bought the damn thing for $2 wants to sell it to you as a rare collector's for like $45.
Oh, exactly. Let's look at my Showbars DVDs I was looking at the other day. Yep. I was like, you know what? I'd like to buy this one. Oh, it's uber rare now, apparently. What's that? It goes for $160, and the person wants me to pay that. I'm like, come on.
It's insane.
It's not even a Blu-ray.
It's a DVD, the DVD quick copy. That's nothing. That's not worth it.
It's a DVD that probably took less than a minute to make.
Honestly, you can burn a movie in honestly about 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Burn it, slap a cover on it, it's ready to go.
So that's exactly what John's going to do for me. He's going to make the exact same movie. He's going to put a print on it. He's going to make it look real. And he's going to give it to me. And go, it's $2.
That's what's going to happen. Yeah, count on that, Malcolm. Sure.
Oh dear. Well, you know what? I've got plans for the future for my channel. I'm going to be. This is right. I'm going to be selling my past chats in a special DVD box set.
God.
Yeah, that's right. I've been making them. Seriously.
Well, I can make videos of all your chats in probably a few days.
Oh, yeah, and I'll get you done for copyright.
That's right.
Yeah, well, I'll get you done for copyright. I'll sue you and everything you've got, and I'll take round while I'm at it as well.
Well, no, because on my tab on the top of my. Hold on. Are you done yet? Ron. He's gone now. He's gone now. On the bar on the top of the address thing, I have a automatic download of any Flash video.
Oh, nice.
So I just hit that and it does all by itself.
Well, to be honest with you, the DVDs I'm making them more for personal use anyway, in case I ever lose my channels or anything.
Well, yeah, you gotta have backups. If you lose anything, put it back up.
Sometimes I watch the old chats and a tear goes down my eye, and I can say this. Those were the days.
Yeah. I saw one of your reviews from your review. I think it was of Scum.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you were so different.
What do you mean?
Well, you were just like, yeah, it was a good movie. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Saw it when I was a kid. And I had a lot of fun watching it again. Thanks, God. I was like, damn. And now you're just like, hey, everybody, ah! You know?
Well, do you know what? The funny thing is, that's one of my most popular videos.
Really?
Yeah, Scum is like my second most popular video. And I sit here and I go to myself.
Dining room or something. I don't know what the hell it was.
And I'm like, I'm like, in that video, I'm so brain dead. I'm so like,
I was not used to it at all.
And now, but I'm more like with it. It's like nobody watches it as much. It's so weird. It's so weird how that happens.
Like, hey, Malc, you sold out, man. You're a good guy now. What happened?
Yeah, I sold out because I'm like this, because I'm not like this anymore. Yeah, I really like that film. Here you go. This one's here you go. Watch this. I'm Not Beauty. I watched this film years ago and I really enjoyed it. I watched it again recently and yeah, this one gets obsessed with photography and yeah,
so
thanks
that's
for
how
watching.
the rest of this chat should go. For both of us.
Yeah. Well, what just been like,
I really enjoyed my music this week. It was fantastic. It was great, man. Yeah.
So good, man. Yeah,
We get like 3 views in like a month.
Well, you know, I don't know. The whole YouTube stardom thing is a very complicated thing. It's all about luck, I think.
Well, you told me that any kind of dislikes can knock your stuff way down.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does because I've had ones which have got loads of likes and they get seen more per day.
Right.
Because I look at my thing every day, and dislikes seem to kind of drag it back a little bit. I'm guessing because you think about it, when you search up, so let's say you search up Jurassic World review, there's millions of them up.
Oh, sure, of course.
What determines what ones go at the top? Because I've had reviews that have been at the top, and then they've gone all the way down to 5 pages back.
Just from dislikes.
I'm guessing.
Wow.
That popularity. If people have got like 200,000 subscribers, they go at the top.
Well, sometimes people have it set up in their settings, unbeknownst to them, is that the thing that comes up is always the newest.
Yeah.
You know? Like I said, there's so many thousands and thousands and thousands of reviews of the same movie, yours is going to get lost in the shuffle.
Exactly.
Unless it's popular.
It doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the fact that people don't want to watch my stuff. That makes me cry. It makes me go like this. Why won't you watch my stuff?
I thought we here, man. What happened? I love you guys.
My plan at some point is to do a video because I never did the ice bucket challenge.
I did.
At some point, my plan is to get into just underwear.
Oh, good God, no.
Get into a bucket of ice and let Donna pour like 3 buckets over me. That's my plan at some point.
No.
Yes, because I think people would like to see my package. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to them, I'm going to have a thing so it zooms in and out of it while I'm doing like humping motion at the camera at one point.
No, no, and no.
Yes, yes, and a yes.
Hell
But yeah, I've got big plans for my channel over the next couple of months, so I'm going to see how. Did you see how the X-Files started off their first episode?
Yeah, 201 days of X-Files. I know Tash already posted the link for it.
Yeah, one episode a day.
Yup. And she is fired up.
And are you going to do that, John? You go watch it streamed one a day?
Nope.
Why not?
I'm not going to have the time. I'll be getting off about what, 4:30.
You're going to be getting off. I'm not.
I said getting off work, you perv. Getting off of work and then getting home and getting dinner ready, and no, I ain't gonna have time.
Hey, got to do what you got to do.
Yep.
I would watch the X-Files. I'd watch them one a day, but I need to watch them on DVD. Since I don't have the DVD, and I know people can go, "It's on Netflix, Malc."
Yeah, but you're not one for streaming too much, though.
No, I'm not. I like having hard disk. If anybody doesn't realise that by now, I really think people need to maybe go to the
don't know you at all.
Yes, I've got hard disks all around me, so the one to use is on Netflix, but I bought the discs. You see what I mean? Because I don't like streaming. Unless I have no other choice.
Right.
Well, let's say there's a film I can never ever buy, but it's on streaming. That's when I watch it.
Yeah. No, if you direct connect from your TV to your internet, the stream's a lot better.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of stuff on the TV through streaming, through the computer and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it does look nice, but at the same time, I still don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I still don't like it. I just like watching disc. I like that idea of touching that disc. It's kind of an intimate feeling, you know?
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yes.
Oh, my little blue sweetheart, tell me all your little secrets.
They don't put holes in the middle for nothing, John.
Hey, you said that. I didn't say that.
Well, you were thinking it.
Oh, no. That's all on you.
When you got your Spencer Fire Season 2, I know what you were thinking.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to take that out. That's
they all just sound like, oh.
See, you just showed us exactly what your moves are.
And then I got to wait 10 more months for Season 3.
Oh, don't you hate that?
10
Scum.
months.
Alex says Scum is epic.
Listen, that's a disturbing flick.
Scum is one of those films which, in my view, symbolises exactly the realness of getting raped in prison. You know, it's such a that scene is one of the darkest, most brutal parts of that film. I remember my mum, she had on VHS, and because she didn't want me to see it, she put it at the top of her cupboard.
Right.
And somehow, I can't remember how, but I got all the way up there. I got the VHS, and she came in and saw me watching it. She went mental.
Really?
Yeah, she hit me so hard.
Damn.
I was like knocked out for a week. Well, not literally, but that's what it felt like, you know?
Right.
She was so angry at me for seeing it because it was such a violent film. Now when I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I'd love to smack a guy in the face with pool balls in the fucking sock any day.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah. Smacking people around the head, you know, lovely.
You know, just put the ball in the sock and just sock that dude twice.
Yeah. And I bet it didn't hurt either.
Then he clobbered the one guy in the freaking shower. He almost killed that guy.
What's that, John? Did you Gareth's video? John, did you Gareth's video?
I guess he means C. I'm guessing. I saw it, yeah. I saw it. I think that's the kind of thing that needs to be between Gareth and James, and that's all I'm going to say about it. That's
Did you say Girth and James? Did you say Girth and James?
Gareth.
You said Girth.
No, I did not.
You did.
You speak too quickly. You know that.
That's between Girth and James.
Gareth, you penis.
You just called Gareth a penis.
No, I did not.
You did. I went Girth and you went Gareth, you penis. So you're going to be in so much trouble now.
Now you're just starting shit.
No. I'm not the one saying anything.
I know what I said. I said Gareth.
You penis.
You penis.
You didn't pause. You did not pause.
I'm talking to you, you penis.
You did not pause. You went Gareth, you penis.
Start shit. Gee, Malc, don't choke.
I'll try not to.
Which vitamin water is that?
It's Rise Orange.
Good.
It's Orange Rise. I've got a couple of others here. I've got Revive Fruit Punch.
Nice, nice.
I've got another Revive Fruit Punch because I always have them, so that'll come next to me because that way I can just keep drinking.
I always like to have water somewhere close.
Yeah, I got water as well. So
I drink a ton of water every day.
I try not to.
I try too.
I try not to because I think water tastes disgusting.
It's
one of the most disgusting things that was ever created.
Oh, please.
Yes. And one day, did you know someone drank so much water once that they choked to death and drowned?
I'm quite sure, yes.
That's scary, isn't it? But you could drink so much water and drown.
Yeah, I mean it just overwhelms you.
Mm.
But I've heard that drowning is actually one of the more peaceful ways to die.
Really? But it takes about 2 minutes, I heard.
Less than that.
Really?
Depends on the intake of the water.
Is it peaceful?
But once you get past all that pressure, and just kind of, and that's it, gone.
I think the most peaceful way to go is an explosion.
You don't feel a friggin' thing.
Yeah, exactly. So there.
All that's left is a charcoal briquette on the ground.
Yeah, you're blown to smithereens, so that's peaceful, isn't it?
What's that line from the movie Speed? There's little Annie. It won't hurt. You know.
Oh, that's shit you, I didn't shit you.
She's got like 6 sticks of C4 strapped to her. She ain't gonna feel a fucking thing when it goes.
Dennis Hopper's fantastic in that movie.
Oh yeah. How can you hate water? It is wonderful, especially when it's cold. Thank you, Alex.
It's not even up on my screen. Do you know, I can't stand water cold. I think water tastes absolutely disgusting cold. I don't mind it when it's warm. This is God's honest truth. I struggle to drink cold water because I think cold water is one of the most horriblest things. It's just one of those weird things that I have,
Mm-hmm.
It's like most people. Some people can't eat a burger because if it's disgusting. That's like I'm with water. I drink water because I have to, but other than that, Don always says to me, put some ice in it. I'm like, nope, because it makes it worse.
I couldn't imagine not loving water.
Well, we're made to like water, though, aren't we? Really, when you think about it.
Not really. There's 10,000 other choices.
Yeah, but I mean, water was what we survived on years and years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
So technically, we were made to drink it.
Well, this is kind of essential.
Yeah, to live. Water and trees. That's what we need.
Trees for the oxygen.
Yep. And people getting rid of them, which means eventually we'll lose our breathing.
Yep.
How do you feel about trees being cut down, John?
I think it's ridiculous.
Have you ever hugged a tree?
No, I've never hugged a tree.
I've
been around many trees, and they cool.
So you've never hugged or humped a tree?
No, never have.
Have you ever done Tai Chi?
Done what?
Tai Chi.
Yes.
Then why haven't you hugged a tree?
I'm not tree hugging type.
But you're supposed to hug a tree to feel it's in a sense kind of thing. So part of Tai Chi is knowing what's around you and feeling it.
I know that everything has a soul and everything has.
Yeah. So why haven't you hugged the tree?
I'm not a tree hugging kind of guy.
Why? Have you got problems with people who do?
Nope.
So what's your personal experience with it then?
I've never had a bad experience with a tree.
So you've had experiences with trees?
Yeah.
What kind of experiences? Why don't you tell us a little bit about them?
Hiding behind them.
So you've been up close and personal then?
You know, I'm actually behind a tree right now. I'm about to snipe you in the side of the shoulder.
Oh dear. Have you ever climbed a tree?
Oh, many times, yes.
When was the last time you climbed a tree?
When I was about 15.
Did you hold on to the branches?
Yes.
So technically you have hugged the tree?
A sincere hug? No, I have not.
But you've held on to a tree?
To stay aloft? Yes.
Okay, so you have hugged the tree.
I guess in one sense.
So there you go. So that took a while, but we got there in the end.
Yes.
You've been a tree hugger in the past.
I'm gonna get you later for this. But yes, technically, in the past, I've been a tree hugger. Okay.
Have you ever when you're younger and you're around trees and they've got like the holes in from where the squirrels and that one out of?
Sure.
Have you ever looked in one and seen what's actually in one?
Yeah.
Because we've got one outside ours, and it's such an amazing thing when you think that all these creatures go in them.
Yeah, when I was younger, then there were trees all around our neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, I should hope so.
In Virginia. In Virginia. And what?
There was trees in Virginia, was there?
I said Virginia. I did not say vagina.
Well, that's what I always. Virginia always makes me remember Virginia. That special moment when you hug a tree and you meet Virginia.
I'll give you a special moment.
Oh, I can see it now. Hug a tree in Virginia. Here's John.
Oh goodness.
Oh, no. So, have you? So, what? Let's talk about nature because we rarely talk about nature.
Oh God. Okay.
Right. What are some of your favorite parts of nature?
Well, love camping. Just like the smell of if you love camping right by the ocean.
Okay. So,
just
when you went camping, did you have a tent?
The animals, the trails, the trees, everything.
When you went camping, did you have a tent?
No, actually, I suspended myself in midair and kind of stopped right there.
Oh, really? How did you do that? Are you a magician?
Yes, I was in the tent, you wanker.
Oh, okay. Was it a big tent or a small tent?
Very, very big tent, yes.
Okay. How many people could sleep in it?
5.
5. Well, that is a big tent then, isn't it?
Even back then, yeah.
Nice. Right by the ocean, did you say?
What?
Did you say you liked camping right by the ocean?
Yeah.
So whereabouts? Are you talking about like on a beach or on a thing or?
No, actually, there's a campsite up northwest that we go to.
Okay, cool.
The campsite is honestly right over the beach.
That's lovely.
So getting to the beach is simple, and then the ocean. That's all you hear all day long is the ocean.
Nice.
And when the tide goes out, all the little caves between all of the stuff open up. unbelievably cool.
You've been in them then?
Oh yeah.
You like going in caves?
You see all the starfish and just all the people who have written their name on there or whatever from Lord knows back when. It's amazing.
Sounds like an incredible experience.
Yeah, and the place that we go to, it used to be a highway. Interestingly enough, and some parts of it that are broken away, there's still pieces of the actual asphalt.
Oh wow!
Still there.
I'll never forget. I went to a place ages ago. I can't remember where it was, but it was in England. And there's all these rocks there, right?
Right.
And there's like a couple of they're like little caves. They're not really caves, you know what I mean? They're like little open areas. And I remember sitting under one because that's how big it was. You could just sit under one. Sure. And I remember it being one of the most creepiest experiences of my life.
How so?
Just because the water was coming in and I was just like, I'm gonna drown. I was about 7 at the time, so.
Oh yeah, so I mean, back then, anything really scares you because you don't know what it is.
Back then, what would have looked like a cave to me would have never been a cave in reality.
Right.
You know, but I remember me and my cousin, we got in the water in our trunks, and he got his foot
in your swimming costume.
Yeah, exactly. And he got his foot caught under a buoy.
Oh damn!
Yeah, and I had to lift it up a little bit, and he could get out from it. But he had his foot under it, and there was a boat coming.
He's probably freaking out.
He was freaking out. He was screaming. He was yelling. My family kept going. You know.
They're like, they're like, have a great time.
Exactly. I mean, that's because my cousin ended up floating away almost, out to sea, you know?
Yeah.
So it was kind of funny. I remember things as kid. I remember there was this girl I really liked, and she touched me, and I remember thinking, oh, because I was like 7, you know? Oh, yeah. And she went, if you date him, I'll date him, meaning me. And I was like, yeah, you know. And it never went anywhere after that. It was like 20 minutes of just that, and then it just went back to playing games again. But I remember thinking, oh, you know.
That was the first time girls weren't icky.
Yeah, the first time girls weren't icky was probably when I was 30 years old, because they're still icky now. You know. Imagine if Donna came in, I was just like, ugh, icky, 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 ugh.
Get away, don't touch me, good.
It's amazing how we go from that, girls being icky to girls being everything we want, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it reminds me of trees.
Prior to the tree comment, what you were saying reminds me of something that Robin Williams said years ago.
What's that?
You spend 9 months getting out of the vagina and spend the rest of your life trying to get right back in.
That's actually a good point. Well, the thing is, that's not exactly true because some people don't. But in majority, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
You suck.
9 months getting out and the rest of your life trying to get back in.
Yep.
Well, you know, I mean, it's kind of interesting. I've never understood the obsession with it.
I do.
I've never understood the obsession with it so much. I mean, I understand from a love perspective.
Sure.
I've never understood from a just sex for sex kind of perspective.
I understand that.
You know?
Yeah.
I've been with women, I've had fun with women, I've done stuff I'm not very proud of, you know, and all sorts of things. But the only thing that really makes me happy is that I'm with a good woman at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, I understand it at the same time I don't.
You know, two of my best friends, you know, I've known those guys for, 30 plus years. You know, growing up, they're always, I had sex with this girl, that girl, blah, 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 blah. You know, then I got married to my first wife, and they were still the same way. You know, date whoever they could find for, last a week or whatever. And then I met Trey, and they're all like, "Dude, she's hella cool." I'm like, "Yeah, trust me." And so they finally freaking settled down. Because
wow.
It's because they saw how how happy they could actually be.
Wow, that reminds me of my dad.
Yeah.
My dad saw how happy I was, so he went out and got a woman.
Yep.
Multiple times. My dad actually went to Thailand and he slept with 8 women in one night.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he loved it. Ever since, I got to do it again, Malc. Gotta do it again. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but now a good woman's gonna write a big hole on him. So.
Well, once, what was he said to me? He said to me, my dad's favourite catchphrase is "holes are holes."
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, that's his favourite catchphrase. Holes are holes. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what you are, as long as you've got a hole, it works. That's his catchphrase.
Boy. That's yeah.
That's just, yeah. Now you know what my dad now's like, huh?
Not sure how you wound up how you are.
Yeah, well, that's how he is anyway. The way he, yeah,
Alex,
holes is holes.
Holes is holes.
I said originally I thought he said hose are hose, and I was like, hose is hose. No, holes, HOLE is holes. I was like, oh, okay. I remember saying to Donna about it.
That's even worse.
I remember saying to Donna about it. I'd be like, oh, and get really angry, and I was like, yeah, don't blame me,
Hold on. Alex, every hole is a goal.
There you go. Every hole is a goal. That works. Well, all 8 women know. Well, he said that. What? He said it was 8. He said it was 8 women in one night.
One night.
I remember when he first went. And when first time went, he told me that he'd gone for 2 weeks, so he was there for like 13 days. And he told me he'd slept with over 20 people.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Now, whether or not he was boasting or, making it up a little bit, I don't know. I wasn't there. But he said that, and I remember thinking to myself,
Yeah.
that and the second time he came back, he'd fallen in love with someone. And when he went to bed, he wore a skirt.
What's that old line? Fiction can be fun.
Well, that's what he says. He says all that stuff, I can't say anything because I've never been there. I said to him, where are all the pictures then? And he said,
you don't have any pictures. Video didn't happen.
But yeah, that was him saying that, not me. I'm just saying what he said.
Oh, I know that. You wouldn't, that's not your thing.
No, I don't agree with that stuff, so I wouldn't, what I mean? But especially holes is holes. That's not what I would say.
That's wretched, actually.
He once told me he met a she-male, and he said to him, he was drunk, and he said to him that they were very beautiful, and that he went, gorgeous you are. And I said, what else did you do? Don't remember.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, so
that's not good.
But that's my dad. At least I must have been trans. At least one must have been trans. Well, probably. I don't know. I wasn't there, but he's done all sorts of shit over there.
Oh, this is Thailand? Is that where you're at now, Alex?
Yeah, he's in Thailand. He's in Thailand now.
Okay. So you're talking about us. You wanted to make a quick day trip.
I've never understood the obsession with places like Thailand and that, but that's not my thing. I understand with people, not my thing.
Well, actually, some people want to go to like Turkey and all that stuff. Like, why want to go there? Oh, because drugs are legal. It's like, wow, great.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people think 3 things when you think of Thailand. They think, they're going there for the prostitutes.
Right.
They're going there for kids because they're known for that. And 3, you're going there because you're sad. That's the 3 things that people have always said to me.
Huh.
But they always forget one other thing. And this is the reason why I would have gone if it didn't have the reputation. And that's the beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
The scenery over there is incredible.
Yeah, I've seen pictures, like full-blown HD pictures of some people. It's amazing.
Incredible. But I won't go there because of what people would say about me.
Yeah.
Originally, my dad's original idea was for him to get married, him move over there, and me live over there and marry the woman's sister.
Okay.
Yeah, that was his idea.
Jeez, that's real nice.
Well, you know, but he was trying to think of me, but you know.
Still. That's insane. Whoa, here we go. Hold on 1 second here. There we go. Come on. Okay. Let me show you something real quick.
Yep.
It's a crap. Yep. Is it there yet?
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yep, that's it. Right there. Bangkok.
The peninsula in Bangkok.
To think if you just punch yourself in the cock, that's what will happen. You'll see that.
I knew that was going to happen. Knew you were going to say that.
Oh, mate. What's this?
Yes, Benny Hill.
Malcolm Jimmy J. Johnson Harvey. You should know not to care about people's opinions.
Oh, okay.
Oh, John looks pissed.
Where'd it go? Hold on. There it is. No, just I think Alex needs to relax a bit on bringing up James when he's not here to defend himself.
Indeed, I think that's the thing. I think the whole James thing. I think if people are going to talk about James in any light in these conversations, they need to let James be here, and he needs to be able to hear these, even if it's a joke.
Don't be a keyboard warrior and hide behind something that James can't defend himself. It's not right.
That's it, John. You tell Alex. Go on.
And I guarantee Alex had no ill will at all.
No, Alex won't do that because Alex is very close to James in certain aspects, I guess, when he gets the chance to be, anyway.
Like I said earlier, now is not the forum for any kind of James talk or bashing. I mean, I wish he could have shown up today just so we could have the chat with him, but he's doing what he's doing right now. So
yeah, whatever that may be.
Yep.
Predator looks. I mean about coming about going to Thailand, not about John or James. Okay, well, I don't. Me personally, Thailand's not a place that I really give two shits about. I like the scenery, but it's not somewhere I'd want to go. You know,
too much from what I've read. Too much seedy activity around there too.
Yeah, if I wanted to go to Korea and somebody told me don't go to Korea, then I'd go to Korea because I want to go there. You know, same as Japan. I'd love to go to Japan, get myself some Japanese Harleys, you know. But
well, one of my nieces is in Korea right now.
You've got a Korean niece?
No, my niece is in Korea.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you'd have said that she was Korean, I was gonna go, wow, you've got a real mixed family there, haven't you?
Mexican, and Korean.
That would have been amazing.
That'd be one good-looking chick, though.
It would be. But that looks epic.
But she's going to school there. She'll be teaching some Korean children English. Then she got another scholarship that she earned to be there for another like 6 months on their dime.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There's a new Predator film coming out.
There is.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Predator.
Huh?
Predator.
Was it just a remake or what?
Apparently it's a new one. Alex said Predator looks amazing.
No
Or he said
way.
epic. Yeah, there's a new one coming out.
There's no. And just called Predator. So then just called Predator. It must be a remake then.
No, it's not. But it's got Arnie in it.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on. Predator, Tyrone Magnus and Emma Stone.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Emma Stone is in it. Oh, great. That's going to be fun, isn't it?
Now, if he's talking about the Dark Ages one, that's the one I told you about.
Yeah, I checked that one out, and that was really good.
For a fan film, it wasn't that bad.
Oh, Predator in Mortal Kombat. Okay. I saw the Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I thought.
They had Predator, and then Carl Weathers' character from the Predator movies in the new Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah.
Dylan, yeah.
Are you going to watch Creed?
I saw the preview. Looks absolutely horrible.
Sylvester Stallone, like, I'm going to teach you, kid. Your father would have wanted me to teach you. Yeah, here we go.
I don't know. The thing is, I'm such a huge fan of the Rocky movies. I'll probably watch it anyway.
Yeah, I probably will because I went and saw Rocky.
Not my way though.
I went and saw Rocky Balboa in the cinema, so I'm sure I'll watch this one.
Yeah.
There's a fan-made film which is quite good. Have you both seen it? I only saw it yesterday because John told me about it.
Yeah, I saw listed something. I was looking for something else and just heard about a fan-made short film. I found it and then watched it. It was actually really, really good.
You just said it. If it wasn't about Paul's opinion, should go. Oh, fuck. I said that people have bad opinions about it, and I said that I would go if it was just for the scenery, but I won't go for the other reasons.
Right.
That's what I meant.
There's nothing new to people's opinion.
Because
other
reasons. Alex, you should know by now, but I don't really give a fuck about people's opinions that much. You know?
Just Thailand wouldn't be my vacation choice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Korea would be amazing. It would be. Korea's got some of the most sexiest women in the world.
My niece sends back the most amazing pictures of all the scenery and the people. Just amazing stuff.
Oh, really? I bet she does quite a lot out there, you know, because of the teacher. I bet she gets some really lovely ones with the kids and everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Kids love her like crazy.
I can imagine. I'd love to teach little Korean kids. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, just teaching them English and doing things.
My dream in life when I was younger was to have Korean children. It was, seriously. I wanted either Korean or Japanese kids. And I wanted them to be like this. Larry. I always wanted that, but that never happened.
And then you would have got him into martial arts, got him into Jeet Kune Do and shit.
Exactly. That'd been awesome, you know? I was quite lucky because I grew up on martial arts films and I grew up on Asian cinema.
There you go.
Which is really weird because in my family weren't Asian in any sense. But, you know, I grew up on all that. And for years and years, that was all I watched.
Me too.
I never ever watched mainstream films that much. And then one day I just snapped.
Yeah, I watched that stuff. I mean, the thing is, they didn't have too many subtitles back then. It was either really badly dubbed, or they just didn't have it. I watched them for hours.
Have you watched much Mexican cinema?
Very little.
Oh, why?
I never had to even try. Closest I came was Machete.
Why haven't you watched Mexican cinema?
I don't know. I just haven't had the desire to watch it.
Nobody like me saying I've never watched British cinema.
That's because it's my heritage. Is that my sign when I was born?
I would have thought you would have supported the Mexican industry of movies.
I always support anything that has to do with my heritage. Always.
But you don't watch the cinema.
That's okay. Do you support the English Parliament?
I do.
Really?
100%.
From Washington?
I watch it 100. I support 100% when they're right.
Okay.
And I do actually watch. Actually, John, I do actually watch Parliament from over because you can watch it on the streaming.
The what?
I do watch the Parliament stuff and the politics of England because I watch it on like streaming.
Yeah.
I always have done that. I've always listened to it. Actually, it's just not saying like I don't talk about politics because the way it gets people angry.
I hate that. I hate talking about politics so much.
Yeah, but I do listen to it because I do like knowing what's happening in the future.
Closest thing I come to the kind of British government is watching Law and Order UK.
Okay.
I'm just being honest.
Well, with American government, I watch what they do as well. I listen to the stuff there, but I don't pay as much attention to it, to the English one. I care more about the English one. I don't know why. I live over here. Why would I care about that? But I do.
Yeah, but that was your home, so.
Well, maybe one day I feel like, what's this? You must have seen Pan's Labyrinth. Beautiful.
Heard of it, never saw it.
Oh, you've never seen Pan's Labyrinth?
No.
Oh, have you seen Hellboy, Toe?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. It's from the same director, I think. I think Hellboy is from the same director.
We're trying to get a fan supporter for part 3 for Hellboy.
Yeah, I think it'll happen.
Probably.
I think it'll
as long as they have Selma Blair, I'm cool.
I always liked Ron Perlman's, his chemistry with Selma Blair.
Oh, yeah. Not the mention.
It was smoky. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe you've never seen Pan's Labyrinth.
No, I mean, I've heard of it 1,000 times, just never watched it.
I can't say I haven't got any other comments. Isn't it weird?
Anything on YouTube?
No, nothing on YouTube.
Nothing? Damn.
Weird.
Well,
we've got 6 watchers.
But nothing else.
The 6 people watching, please ask questions. Please add at least one question in the box. Thank you.
I guess there is going to be a new Predator, but there's going to be another sequel.
Oh, I don't like that stuff. They need to stop giving us sequels. They need to make an American version of this film.
Oh, and one of the guys who got killed in the first one is directing this one.
Oh, nice.
Shane Black.
Predator and all that, they're a thing of the past. Get rid of them and bring in some new people. Make another Leprechaun movie, a proper Leprechaun movie.
Yeah, I saw a thing on Google the other day that the guy who created Godzilla and Ultraman, it was like a celebration of like his 114th birthday or something like that.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Could you imagine living to 114?
I couldn't even fathom that.
I read up that somebody said they lived to 179 years old and they had proof.
I don't know about all that.
And a lot of people were saying it was fake, but I was like, I can't imagine someone living that long. I can see to 120.
No, most I've ever heard is like 107, like 117.
I can imagine 120 being it, to be honest. I think I'm going to live to 193. But the thing is, by the time you get to like 80, 90, you're very frail. So could you imagine living another 90 years being that way?
You live in 193 years and be like, I've watched every movie ever made. And finally just die out.
Well, the world record for watching movies is, I think, 4 days straight.
You told me that one before. That's crazy.
And they have 10-minute breaks between them. And I said to Donna, I want to do this. I can do this.
Can you stay awake 4 days?
I can stay awake for 4 days and do that. And she was like, you can't do it because we have to have complete strangers in the home. And I went, why not? I want to do it. Won't let me.
You know how delirious you'd be after like 2 days of no sleep?
I've gone 5 days without sleep in the past and been rolling on the floor, seeing like blurriness and everything. So
that's what I'm saying. You'd be like,
It was a guy in India.
That's no way. That's insane.
Yeah, it was a guy in India. He'd watched 60 movies by the time it ended.
4 days.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I was happy for him. I was like, yeah. But I'm going to break the record with 7 days. You mentioned though, the people who are doing it won't be able to sleep, would they? They'd have to stay up with you, or they'd have to go shifts.
Or just keep a camera on you.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
I don't know, man. That'd be most I've ever stood up was like 32 hours.
32 hours. That's pathetic.
Well, that's back when I was like 20.
20. You need to try and go for 12 days. But people that don't sleep at all now from insomnia.
There's some. I forget. There's some. Not a disease. Something you can be born with, where you don't actually need like an hour sleep like every month, and that's it.
It's not good.
Well, a friend of mine had a cousin that was in the military and had that. I don't even know what you would call it, affliction or whatever. And he would bet guys all the time. I'll bet you your paycheck next week I can stay up for the next 4 days. And then he wouldn't tell him that he had this thing already. Oh, dude, no way. He just send someone over here anytime during any part of the day. I'll be awake.
That's awesome.
That dude was racking cash.
My mum did the same thing with people. She'd write on her backside the words "your name" on her back.
Mm-hmm.
She'd write on there, and she'd say, "I've got your name on my back," and they'd go, "Yeah, right," and she'd go, "All right, bet me some money." So they'd go, "Yeah," so then they'd go, "Oh, fuck," because it'd say your name.
And that's right. Hey,
and people would fall for that constantly. When she was a lot younger.
Oh yeah.
Like when she was in like her 20s, 30s, they were like, ha 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 ha, because they were falling for it. And people would get really angry with her about it.
I would too.
But my mum was quite well known for getting violent, so she'd headbutt people and shit. So it always made it more fun, apparently.
You owe me money.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what she was like. So yeah, always good. I need to go away. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Anybody got any questions out there? I'm right here. Come on, Alex. Don't leave me hanging, man. Where's Tash? We need Tash. I'm up, Big John. Send me something, brother. Come on. How about Luke? Somebody. Give a man a break. Come on. See, Malcolm's got his Rubik's Cube and his globe. Some pictures. Flat screen. Game controllers. Looks like a PS4 box. Looks like a tower. Isn't this enthralling television? Frame is something, I'm not sure. This is like a cactus. Let's see. An award for something. Probably not for him. I don't know. Come on, somebody. Throw me a bone here. Alex, I think Ant-Man is not going to do too well because it looks like the promotions for it having a hard time really making it look exciting. So I think that first of all, I think that Paul Rudd was a horrible choice to be a superhero because he's always been comedic. So I think it's a really bad choice. I hope I'm wrong, but I think overall I wouldn't waste my money on it. I'll wait till it comes out, then get it then. But more probably if it works, great. But I doubt it. I think it'll open decent and then fade out within like 3 weeks. So when it hits like $10 on DVD, then I'll get it. Until then, I'm not going to bother really, unless I hear from a bunch of people that it's just amazing, and that would surprise the heck out of me. So we shall see. But thanks for the question, Alex.
was going on?
Well, Alex asked about Ant-Man.
Ant-Man looks like a piece of garbage.
That's what I was basically saying, that it doesn't look good at all.
It's got Paul Rudd in it, which makes it even worse.
Exactly what I was saying too.
Really?
He was the worst. That could be the worst possible choice for a superhero. Someone like him.
It is. You know, I think that it's taken away from the whole meaning of the character.
The thing is, he's supposed to be a superhero, and all he's ever done is stuff comedic.
Because the problem is, people will go and see it because they'll think, oh, it's going to be funny because he's in it.
Yeah.
Not because of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, Alex is right. Paul Rudd isn't exactly charismatic. He's just not a leading man. Exactly.
Well, you know what? I guess in a way, he's been the leading man a few times. It hasn't really worked. He's more of a co-star, supporting actor.
Wait, I mean, even a 40-year-old virgin, he was hysterical. But had the movie starred him, it wouldn't have done nearly as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Seth Rogen is a leading man, even though he's awful. Steve Carell.
Seth Rogen has the same thing Adam Sandler does.
Yeah.
Someone who's in a movie who has a love interest who in real life wouldn't even give him the time of day.
Exactly. And that's what annoys me.
That annoys a lot of people, especially about Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen's one of the most ugliest, most despicable, most hot-headed people I've seen in my life. And I don't know why people like him so much.
And the fact that he absolutely butchered the Green Hornet pissed me off to no end.
Ooh. You know that Green Hornet should never have existed.
That movie irritated the holy crap out of me. The fact that he made it a comedic thing, and that he could survive in a fight with Kato. Are you kidding?
Yeah. Well, the Green Hornet should never have been made.
He was the worst possible choice.
What they need to do is they need to bring out a new Bruce Lee character and redo all the Bruce Lee movies.
Yeah, but who would do the actual fighting?
Me.
That would
I could be the white Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I'd love to see you try to do a flying kick. I'd probably pee my pants laughing.
Well, he couldn't do them either.
CGI, right?
He couldn't do it either. Jackie Chan had to do it. So, you know, I don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
I can imagine me. Bruce Malcolm stars in. Whoa, very awesome.
Have you heard the old joke? And if this offends anybody, I'm very, 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 very sorry. What was Bruce Lee's favorite drink?
Let me guess. I don't know.
What? That's a very bad joke.
You're dressed up like he's in Game of Death today.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, see, Bruce Lee fan.
Oh, I'm a huge Bruce Lee fan.
Have you seen all his movies?
About 100 times, and some of his older Hong Kong stuff too.
But have you watched all his kids' movies?
No.
Can you even buy them?
They're very hard to find.
So, what's your favorite one? If you don't count Enter the Dragon, because everybody says Enter the Dragon.
That's hard because I really loved footage from Game of Death.
Yeah.
That is actually of him.
Yeah.
That wasn't included in the actual movie.
Yeah.
Those fight scenes to me are three of the best fight scenes ever done. As far as a completed movie, Way of the Dragon with Chuck Norris.
What? Because you enjoyed the last fight?
Well, the fact that they shot it illegally and they still used it was pretty funny.
I think mine would have to be Big Boss.
Yeah.
Because I always liked his fight at the end of the main event. I liked when he fought the sun.
Yeah.
At the ice warehouse.
That was awesome.
I've always liked that. Fist of Fury, I feel, was a really fantastic film, but I feel like so many people have ripped it off now that I don't appreciate as much as I used to.
Right. I mean, the most hilarious part of the whole movie for me is when he's walking up to that old master's house. He has that like little bag of chips with him, and those guys try to stop him. Does a flying kick, kicks them both, and it lands on the ground and bites the chip. That's the greatest mockery of knocking two guys out I've ever seen.
But
I mean, honestly, when I used to have an old boombox, right, 1984, and Fist of Fury was on. Well, I didn't have a VHS player yet, so what did I do? I put the radio up to the freaking TV and recorded the freaking movie on audio, and I had that tape for like 5-6 years.
Was it in the original language?
It was dubbed.
Me personally, nowadays, I just can't do it unless the film. I've got no choice. I won't watch the film dubbed anymore.
Well, the thing is, I so prefer subtitles to dub.
You know,
and love subtitles make it a better experience, I think.
Because I've got a lot of martial arts films that are obviously dubbed. You know,
sure.
And the good thing with the Shaw Bros ones I'm getting, which are Hong Kong ones, is they're subtitled.
Right.
And I really want to watch them subtitled because I want to hear the actors. I want to hear the actresses. I want to get the actual translation. You know, I don't want to listen to I don't want something like Bruce Lee going like this. I will kill you and take away your soul when he's saying, I will stop you for what you've done to my family. You get what I mean?
Yes, they lose the translation.
I mean, I've watched Italian Galileo movies dubbed with the subtitles on.
Right.
And half the time the movies are completely different. You know, and when you think this is what they're aimed at people like Americans and English people and people that want dub. Right. You think to yourself, wow, they really, really make it more stupid for people to listen to.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now, I wonder how hard it is to actually type out your own subtitles and make them work.
I'm sure it takes quite a while.
Because, I mean, there's even a site that has where people can submit subtitles for movies.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
My cousin made subtitles to that movie. Le Bon or something it was called. It was some sort of female thing. And it took him months to do it because he was doing it, when he had the free time.
Sure.
And if it had that little tinny millisecond off, you'd have to redo it all again.
Oh yeah. Because it has to be exact.
Well, I won those other two today, John. I won those two Shaw Brothers today. I've got 5 more now to keep an eye on for the next 4 days.
Oh, weird.
I shall win them. And every time I win one, now I go like this. Whoa! As I win one.
Oh.
There you go. What's going on here? Even if you've seen Dead Rising Watchtower, on dubbed films, I get too distracted on being annoyed with the lips being out of sync with the audio. You have to watch the movie in its native language. I'd be pissed as a director if people wanted dub only.
Dead Rising Watchtower, never heard of it.
Dead Rising Watchtower is the recent movie that came out, I think, from Cackle or something. I saw the trailer, and I know it's available to buy on Blu-ray in England, or it's coming out on Blu-ray in England. Me, I haven't seen it yet, but it's one of those to watch on my watch list.
Okay.
So it's definitely something to check out. If it's good or not, I do not know.
Let me see this.
Oh, you don't, yeah. See, I don't agree. The dubbing is confusing to me because dubbing has this obsessive way of changing words, and I do think, let's say I made a film today, and John was in it dancing around and singing blues and going, I'm going to kill you, and I changed it to, I want to give you all hugs and kisses and with a tree and all this. It'd be an insult because that won't be the natural film.
Oh, that's true.
So I agree with you completely, Alex, on the whole as a director thing, but I do not think that dubbing is fine in animation. if a film is foreign animation, I want to watch the subtitles.
I'd much rather watch subtitles. You know,
Before, years ago, like 15 years ago, there was two things I hated: widescreen and subtitles. They were the two things I hated years and years ago. And then one day, all that went because I was like, you know what? If you want to watch real cinema, you have to watch in its native language and its native aspect ratio.
absolutely.
People complain so much about widescreen. They complain so much about subtitles, but they never focus on the aspect ratio and how you get inches cut off. I watch a martial arts film now and go, they've cropped that by nearly half the bloody film.
Yeah, I mean they have so many now where it's like the screen's this big, right?
Yeah.
But all you get is that.
Yeah.
Even on the Blu-ray release.
Yeah.
I was like, so what's like, where the hell's the rest of it?
I watched Batman, you know, the new Batman set. It's got big black lines down each side.
Right.
That's the actual aspect ratio from the show, right? But it doesn't fill up the TV. So there's two ways to watch it. One, you zoom in on it and you miss the quality. Or two, you watch it in that sense. That sense doesn't really bother me that much.
No.
Because I'm watching the show in its purest form. But what I do hate is not having a full screen.
That's one thing that sucks about, you know, it has the letterbox or the hell they call it. Is that the quality of the movie is always really good when they do that, but it's just so compressed in there.
Yeah.
That you like you said, you lose half the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather have it be full screen. I mean, the thing is, with 720 is decent to look at. Obviously not the best, but not bad. But I'd rather have it 720 full screen than have it, 1280 half the screen.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mean specifically just cross-language dubbing. I mean, like, say, if Monsters Inc. had a better dubbed version, I'd watch that, not to tamper with languages.
Thank you for that reading, Batman.
You're welcome. You know, I don't know. I like I said years ago, I didn't like subtitles. I liked dubbing because I was oblivious. I was stupid. You know, as I grew in my love of movies, more and more movies I wanted to see were only subtitled.
Right.
And I was like, you know what, I'll give it a go. A good example is the Young and Dangerous movies I've gone about all the time. They were all subtitled. And I was like, oh. And then I put them in, and I was like, wow, this is hook. It hooks. Because when you watch a subtitled film and you watch it properly, you don't actually feel like you're looking at the subtitles anymore. You watch it and you feel like you're listening to them talking to you.
Exactly.
And I think that brings a better experience. It's like reading a book.
Just like with that Jackie Chan movie I watched the other day that you had told me about. Which I watched, I can remember the freaking name of it. I watched it all in subtitles. Or Dragon
Shadow Wooden Men?
No, it was a brand new one.
Oh,
the
Blade one.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, the subtitles with the movie was a bit cheesy, but the subtitles with the movie made it. I really enjoyed the movie.
Yeah. Well, I look at things now. Like, for instance, I buy a lot of Galileo films, and a lot of them are dubbed.
Right.
But what I do is I look for the releases that have got subtitles and not dubbed. And normally they're expensive, but I'd rather have them.
Right.
You know, when it comes to Asian films now, like World Go USA release them, they have a dub and they have a subtitle. So I just go for the subtitles because I think dubbing kills other movie industries.
Oh, sure. Without a doubt.
Black bars make a film that more cinematic, and it won't be possible to have the anamorphic widescreen without it. Film like Lord of the Rings would be nothing like it is without the widescreen.
Yeah, but there's other ways to make. I think there'll be other ways to make it not so overly grandiose, I guess.
I think the thing is when you go to like the IMAX, when it goes to IMAX mode, you get bars come down. When it isn't, it goes back up. Or it's the other way around. It's one of the other way. It's one of the other way around. I don't know. All right, I could be wrong there. But what I'm saying is, in my view, every time that happened in the film, it took away from what I was watching. It distracted me.
Right.
So I was like, you know, I don't care about this because it takes away from the film. Because it's supposed to make it that much more exciting, but instead, I'm looking at the things moving.
No, I mean, I don't know if that's honestly the director shooting wide, or if that's, you know, some other company wanting to put in more, you know, more glitz, more big, more, you know, make it more epic and bigger. To me, it was.
In my view, so like Lord of the Rings, if it's full screen on the TV and you've got lights off, it's the same thing.
Exactly. I mean, if you have, you know, like a buddy of mine has like a freaking 60-inch screen.
Okay. You know, if you're close up to your screen and it's big enough.
Lord of the Rings on a regular DVD looks incredible on that freaking television.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry for cutting you off.
That's the one. But I don't know, you know, I just don't agree with the whole. I think they should make them like they used to. In America, they used to have full screen, widescreen DVD releases.
Yep.
On the Blu-rays, they should give you the choice because some people just want to see it full screen.
But then again, that also go back to the one thing you really, really hate. Do the, you know, 2 movies, 1 disc.
Yeah, exactly. So
I know
I do hate that.
So
I do hate. Oh, guess what's coming out on Blu-ray?
What's that?
Demon Knight and Bordello of the Blood or whatever it is. You know, those 2 Tales from the Crypt movies. They're coming out on Blu-ray. Yeah, so I've got both pre-ordered.
Dennis Miller, Bordello of Blood.
That's it, Bordello of Blood. Yeah. And Demon Knight. They're both coming out from the Shout Factory on Blu-ray.
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing either one of those on Blu-ray. That would be hilarious on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting them both and update my collection a bit. Yeah. I pre-ordered them.
I don't know. I think you're slacking off now. You only got 42 this week. I mean, what the hell, man?
Yeah, I'm getting lazy. It makes me wonder, you know. It does make me wonder if I was a multi-millionaire, how many movies I'd buy a week.
Oh, good. Dude.
Imagine it. That'd be incredible. Avengers was only 1.85 widescreen because they couldn't get all of them on screen at once. Aha. But it doesn't feel as cinematic in my opinion. Do you know what? I watched the Blu-ray of it on my TV when I was in England because I had quite a big TV at the time. And I thought it was quite cinematic when I had the lights off and everything. I think some people... Sorry, John. What I was going to say was, I feel like some people have this obsession with the cinema. People go to the cinema and they go, you can only watch it on the cinema. And I do agree with them on certain films. But people like my cousin, and I'm sure Alex is the same way in some sense, is you watch it in the cinema and you expect that same film when you're at home. Well, you're not going to get that, obviously. That's why people go to the cinema.
Right.
Me, personally, I'm happy with whatever way it is. If the light's off and I'm watching it, I'm still watching the same thing. I may not be getting a surround sound like I could be getting if I was in the cinema, but not all of us like surround sound. You know?
Surround sound is not always necessary.
My cousin has surround sound on all the time. And from listening to that all the time, I learned to hate the fucking thing.
Now you told me that when you went over there, like he would have it blasting.
Yeah, he'd have music on it. He'd have people playing YouTube on it. He'd be watching God knows what on it. It was the most annoying, frustrating experience of my life. Not because I'm
up to 11.
Not because I was upset. Not because I didn't like what he was doing, but because it just wasn't my thing.
It's too friggin' loud.
Yeah. Do you think both will be good transfers? Have you seen Arrow are releasing the Hellraiser trilogy? I did. I saw that Arrow are releasing the Hellraiser trilogy, and to be honest with you, I think it's about bloody time.
Well, look, the original Hellraiser, that was what, like 86?
87, I think. Let's
find
out.
Long time.
Let's find out. I like seeing if I'm wrong or not.
Here we go, yeah.
Oh! Oh, 87. Yes.
Ah,
Yes. But it's always good. It's always good getting the year right because sometimes you never know. When you do know, you're like, yeah.
I know my shit.
Exactly. That's when you go, yes. You know. But I'm tempted to buy the Hellraiser set when it comes out because of the special features.
You should. I mean, all three movies are pretty damn good.
I want to still pick up The Long Good Friday and Mona Lisa in the box set from Arrow as well.
Right.
But as for Demon Knight and Bordello of Blood, I've never ever seen the films. I've still got the double films to watch.
The Bordello of Blood is so absolutely goofy. Dennis Miller going around killing vampires is hilarious. Hilarious.
So I might just buy the Blu-rays and then watch them then. Makes more sense.
Now, when Alex asked about if you think it would transfer, the movies would transfer okay, I think it depends on Blu-ray or regular DVD.
Well, it's going to be on Blu-ray, so I would think that it possibly could be.
I mean, I think the transfers will be okay, but they're not going to be as epic, like you said, as epic as the actual sitting in the theater with all the super surround sound in the huge screen. Big difference. If you're expecting that experience out of a Blu-ray release, you're not going to get it. Unless you have your own cinema at home that has, the surround sound on the big screen, you're not going to get what you expect.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So we'll see. I know that what they're going to be making, 3 more of the freaking Avenger movies?
Yeah, they got 2 more. They got 3, and then they've got the 2-part one, haven't they?
And then they have another Iron Man, another Captain America. They're already shooting another Captain America.
Oh, they really? I thought there was number 3 was the last one.
Nope.
I thought Iron Man 3 was Robert Downey Jr.'s last one as well.
Well, come on now, cash, man.
Could be. What's this?
Robert Downey Jr. made like $200 million off Avengers too.
It was shot on 35 mil, so it should be okay. But then blood.
Oh yeah, well, that'll look good on 35 mil, definitely.
Howard the Duck is one of those films that was heavily misunderstood by critics and audiences alike. If I was to direct, I hate when that happens.
If I was to direct an epic sci-fi adventure film set in the 80s, it would certainly take some influences from Howard the Duck. I actually thought the Howard the Duck film that came out was brilliant. Yeah.
I thought it was a masterpiece. When I saw the new Howard the Duck, you know what he looks like? I was like, no. I was like, Howard the Duck from the 80s to me looked like Michael J. Fox.
True.
But as a duck, and now it looks like it's got eyes. It's like this.
Well, the original was so just destroyed by by critics and by audiences. It flopped horribly.
I've always had a huge fondness of 80s nostalgia, especially the 2011 film Drive, even though it's set in modern times. There's a strong 80s style that looks like it was made back then. Do you know what? I remember watching Drive. You've seen Drive, haven't you, John?
Yeah.
I remember watching Drive. I remember thinking to myself, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, as in something that was made now, but was good like then. That was a game. But you had the feeling of the 80s in the game. And that was what Drive was like. But you know what? I honestly did not like Drive at all. I watched it and I thought it was an okay film and I thought it works, but it wasn't one of those films that I could go back and watch multiple times.
Well, I think I'm tired of the whole Ryan Gosling thing. I think he's an absolute horrible actor. Has no place, in my opinion, no place in movies. But the actual movie wasn't that bad, I thought.
Why don't you like Ryan Gosling?
Because to me, he's completely wooden. He can act one way.
That's the quiet way.
Again, the words of Dennis Miller, it has as much range as a Daisy air rifle. You know.
I was gonna say, what was it? We got a comment from Big John for Little John.
Aha!
Big John is in the house. Hi guys, just finished watching Stephen King's Tommyknockers. Do you remember it?
Oh, of course.
I remember that film. It's been years since I've seen it, but I remember it.
Oh, it's been forever. Last time I saw it was the original air date.
Yeah, I think the original. I think I saw it. I saw it as a kid, so it's one of those films which I could talk about, but I'd be very. How can I put it? I'd be very.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it in what 20+ years.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jimmy Smith is an awesome actor. Almost anything Stephen King does is golden, so it's pretty damn good.
No, I disagree. Not everything he does is golden, but some of it is.
Well, that's what I said. Not everything, but a lot of what he does is golden, in my opinion.
Well, your opinion sucks, John.
Thanks, man. You know how to kick a guy when he's down, man.
Well, you're welcome, man. I'm just glad I could help you out, man.
But I think one of the women in Tommyknockers was what's her name, Marge Hugenberger from CSI.
Yeah,
and that was one of her earlier movies. Actually, pretty good.
Oh, Tash is here.
All right.
Drive bored me, and I do agree that Ryan Gosling seems to be the only able to play Ryan Gosling in every role.
Exactly.
Lol.
See? Tash and I agree on that one. Tash, you and I are right here.
Why are you sticking your two fingers up at Tash?
That means we're on the same.
You just went like this.
Like this?
No, you went like this.
Exactly. We're on the same page.
You weren't going like this. You were going like this.
How would I go like this and this? And...
The best problem with Drive were the trailers. The studio wanted to advertise the film as an action film.
Yeah,
the film, you know what? I just think the film was boring. You know, I mean, it went so slow, and Ryan Gosling's character just walking around going like this.
You know, he's basically like, you know, I drive the car. That's my job. That reminds me of like those cops in that 3000 movie we watched.
Oh,
you know, that's my job. That's what I do. No one knows what to do.
You're going to a fancy dress party.
Yeah, I mean, but Tash is 100% right.
Marge Hellenberger and Jimmy Smits were awesome in Tommyknockers.
Yep.
See,
yeah.
I even forgot that Mark Hellenberger was in that because she's in what do you call it, isn't she? Fire Down Below with Steven Seagal.
Oh yeah, I heard that they didn't get along one single bit.
He tried to feel her up.
Yeah, like he did with every other female he's ever been cast along with.
I just think he was just power hungry. You know, any guy would be the same way. Malc, you'll become rich and famous. Come here, love. You know, but that's it, you know?
No.
Yeah. Just because you ain't got the power doesn't mean you won't try it when you have. It's as simple as that.
First you get the money. No, hold on. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women.
Tash says that 2 fingers means fuck you in England, John. Mind where you wait. I'll put that.
Well, I'm in California, damn it, and it means we're on the same page. So I'm sorry, Tash. I'm sorry.
Cash? Who the fuck's Cash?
Hey, hush.
I understand if you don't like Drive, it wasn't meant for a mainstream audience.
Wasn't meant for an audience, period, in my opinion.
And the style of it was beautiful. I just didn't like the film.
They would have cast anybody else but him, it probably would have succeeded.
I know they should have cast Seth Rogen.
Oh yeah, turn it into a comedy film so it can flop even worse.
Can you imagine that? I drive and eat baguettes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but seriously, I thought the start of the film was beautiful. I just thought the film itself was boring because Ryan Gosling had no charisma on screen. There was nothing to it.
No, that's to me is this big problem. It was like, oh, he's from the Notebook. He's from the Notebook. The Notebook was really good because of the girl that played his girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she was.
Can't remember her name to the top of my head, but let me see here. Does she do with that movie Red Eye?
What, Rachel McAdams?
Right, yeah, yeah. Well, that movie Red Eye is actually really, really good.
What, this film right here, John? This film right here?
Hold on, let me go back to you. There you go.
You name a movie, most of the time I've got it right next to me.
That's what you said. You proved it time and time again.
What's this? I probably would have liked Drive if it hadn't been so freaking overhyped.
Oh, there was a commercial for that like every freaking half an hour.
I thought Bryan Cranston was great in it.
I think Ryan Gosling brought down the whole damn movie.
He did. He ruins every movie. He ruined Gangster Squad. He ruined Love. What was it? Crazy Stupid Love. He ruined that. He ruined the Young Hercules TV series. What else has he been in? But he's ruined every film.
The Place Behind the Pines is actually really good.
Do you know? I know. I've just never seen it. Only God Forgives. I haven't seen either.
Yeah.
But I know.
And he's in the new Blade Runner too.
What's this? I think Ryan Gosling worked well in Drive. Only God Forgives though, and that was poor. The soundtrack was superb in Drive. That's Malc. And the Maniac says, back in May, I met Robert England at Film and Comic Manchester.
I imagine Robert England would be a pretty nice guy too.
You know, the problem is with Phil, like, thing is with Phil like Robert England is they've made the legacy for the films they've been in. They haven't been the most greatest films, but they've been entertaining and amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're respected for it. It's like Tony Todd, you know. He's been in quite a few horror films. He's well known. There's been a couple of amazing ones and mostly terrible ones. But he's an icon of cinema, like Boris Karloff, like Peter Cush, like all of them, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, but when you're known for only one genre, that's the problem.
So Bryan Cranston was the only reason I picked up Drive, and the only good thing I got from it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. 100% right. Well, I did like Tony Todd in The Crow.
Yeah, it was all right in that.
Didn't have nearly enough screen time.
You didn't have enough crow action. That was the problem.
What?
Enough crow action. I wanted to see more of the crow flying.
They cut a lot of that out.
They should have kept it in.
Well, there was an entire storyline they deleted from that entire movie. To where there was a character called the Skull Cowboy that's supposed to guide Eric Draven throughout the whole thing, and they completely cut it out. Yeah,
that makes more sense because the crow does it. It looks at him and goes, ooh, ooh, and goes, ah.
In the original comic, the Skull Cowboy guided throughout the whole thing.
The Place Beyond Pines was great until Gosling left, in my opinion. Bradley Cooper just isn't likable a lot of the time. I disagree. I think Bradley Cooper's gone from being a guy on Alias to becoming a real superstar. I think he's brilliant.
I think he can do comedy, he can do drama, he can do anything.
I think he's really, really becoming his own and really, really done well. And I think he's a great actor. He's got great charisma. And I think he's one of those actors that can do seriously good acting if he's given the proper chance.
I think so too. I mean, he's got what, like 2 Oscar nominations? He's not doing bad for himself.
Alex said there is a new Night of the Living Dead and he is in it. Uh-oh. What again? What, another Night of the Living Dead? Oh. What's this? Tash says this. Robert England is one of the nicest people I've ever met at conventions, which is why I've chatted to him on several occasions. Kept trying to change the subject when I tried bringing up New Nightmare, though, so I assume he wasn't happy with that. Well, was anybody? New Nightmare was awful.
Oh, the new one came out a few years ago? That was horrible.
Well, if whatever one it was, whether it was the new one that came out or the one before it, they're both terrible.
They also tried a TV show too, and that was horrible.
Because they're doing a sequel, aren't they, tonight on Elm Street, the new one. They're doing a sequel.
Oh God, already?
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, that sucks what's happening. I personally love the Nightmare on Elm Street films. There are worse horror franchises out there and have been milked to death. Oh, I like the Nightmare on Elm Street films. I just think that after number 4 or 5, I just think they're all bad.
Yeah, I think after was it 4, which is what, Dream Warriors or whatever it was?
Dream Warriors was number 3.
I forget. I think after that one, they pretty much then started to go the way of the old Friday the 13th movies, where it became more comedic than actually scary.
Well, you know, I have absolutely hatred for New Nightmare. You know, the one where it's got Moors themselves,
Right.
and the remake. I've absolutely got hatred for both of those films.
Right.
They'll go, yeah, Testament, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, the one where the actors play themselves. I hate that film. I think that film was one of the worst films I've seen. Oh, hello there. Oh, look at me. I'm going to look like a completely different version of Freddy Krueger with my fingers. Like this. Oh, I'm going to walk on the ceiling and I'm going to have a coat on and a hat. And I'm going to ruin the whole movie franchise because this is shit. Hate it.
Wes Craven completely lost any kind of credibility he had when he started doing that.
I do agree, he's a good actor, but he does love himself. What actor doesn't know? Exactly, Alex. You have to love yourself in order to get far in the business, surely.
You know, all the actors and actresses I've met, they've been nice people, but you can tell there's ego there, but they know some people know how to control it and some can't.
But what about you, John? What do you think of New Nightmare?
The newest movie was horrible.
No, New Nightmare. Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
You know what? Wait a minute. Hold on.
Is it Heather Landing Camp? I've never liked her as a lead. Never.
Okay. I saw that. No, yeah, okay, I did see that one. That was absolute garbage.
What didn't you like about it?
The fact that they brought her back again, and she had that white streak in her hair from still being scared almost to death. I thought, just the whole idea was ludicrous.
The
fact that it had a 6.4 rating on IMDb is an absolute joke.
Didn't New Nightmare do well with critics? I think it did. I think they said it was like a new beginning for him or something. But then if it had have lasted, surely he would have done more.
Was that the same year as the first Scream movie?
Huh?
Wasn't that the same year as the first Scream movie?
1996, I think the first Scream movie would come out.
Okay.
What about England? Oh, this one's for you, Tash, from the Infomaniac. What about England loves Wes Craven's New Nightmare? He has said that himself.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Tash. Come on. Slap this guy silly. He goes to conventions too, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. Come on, get in there, Tash. You show him his boss.
We have a ringside seat, Tash. Come on, do it. You gotta do your voice, Malcolm. You paid for the seat, but all you'll need is the edge.
You've paid for the seat. Now all you need is the edge. Sketch me in one corner, aka Tash with a machete, and the Infomaniac in another corner with just his penis in his hand. Who's gonna win?
I knew you were gonna do that. We're gonna have a different kind of weapon in the other hand.
But you know, I did like New Nightmare too. I thought New Nightmare was a waste of time, and I thought it was horrible. And I felt like that basically ended that. You know, I personally think because they've been wanting to make a new Hellraiser, haven't they, for like the last 5 years?
Right.
Right.
Well,
Like remake it.
Sorry, go ahead.
And they told Doug Bradley he wasn't going to be in it.
Right.
Right. And there are trailers online of some sort of Hellraiser kind of movie thing, which they're aiming for.
That the director, the creator said, I have nothing to do with this movie whatsoever.
Yeah.
I guess the guy who was the producer somehow paid somebody and got it made without the actual permission from the guy who created the actual characters.
Which is bad.
It has nothing to do with any of the other movies.
But the thing is, what makes me laugh is, how could you have the movie without Bradley? Like, how can you have Nightmare on Elm Street without Robert Englund?
Right.
You know? With things like Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees, it's easy, because all you need is a big guy to wear a mask, you know? I'm not joking around. If you don't believe me, search it up yourself. I'm only being honest here. Yeah, he got paid to do it.
Here's $500. You love it.
Why would he change the subject if he liked it? Maybe he just doesn't like talking about it because he's bitter about the remake.
A bit bitter.
A little bit bitter, just like he likes his beer, bitter. I never forget, Donna said to me once, your toast is burnt. I went, just the way I like my women. And she looked at me like, what? And I went, I don't know, it was just quick.
You like your wine like you like your women, ready to pass out.
Yeah. And if not, I've got the drugs just to do it.
Quaaludes can be the next Bill Cosby.
There we go.
Quaaludes.
Well, what's going on? My wife's going downstairs. Is there a package?
Uh-oh.
Is there packages?
Packages.
There is no packages yet.
Oh no.
No. I've
We
been
only
waiting.
got about 20 minutes left, man.
Oh.
I don't know. No,
I got no comeback. All I know is every time I've met him, I've tried to bring up, and he was always, without fail, change the subject. I just called him at a time he didn't want to talk about.
That's true.
Well, you know what? Well, that was this one. That fight ended pretty quick. Ah.
So there's not going to be a fight and fist and anything else, huh?
Well, then we need to make up something quickly, John. Let's see. Robert Englund doesn't like talking about New Nightmare because him and Wes Craven, they accidentally got drunk and slept together on the set. And Robert Englund got upset over it, so now he just pretends he likes the movie, but in reality, he hates it because he always remembers that time that Wes Craven, when he turned his head, was like this. With the hat on. There we go.
And they still have a lover's quarrel to this day.
They still do, yes.
Oh, there was a new game console that came out the other day, or they put out some press release for it.
Oh, what's it called?
God, I'm gonna look on Google, not Google, Yahoo real quick.
Yahoo!
Thanks for that.
You're welcome. I personally like New Nightmare, no matter how awful and stupid it is, and that's why I wanted to mention it to him. Well, you've just gone on ignore, Tash.
Yeah, put her on ignore and you're going to see her in 18 minutes. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Go on ignore. 10 minutes later, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I still love you. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Hold on. Alienware.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. That's been out for. They've been talking about that for a long time. It's basically, I think, like a computer streaming kind of.
Yes, like $700. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay that.
No.
You know, I'm not going to do that.
When I read yesterday that there's Comic-Con I just started today, and there's a company that has a Star Trek communicator that looks exactly like the one in the original series.
Yeah.
Has a Blu-ray connection. You can actually make and receive calls. It looks exactly like it.
I sit now calling up, buddy. Beam me up, Scotty. I can't do that. Come on, you're on it. Beam me up. Imagine, that's the thing. I can imagine having these glasses on the future where you press the buttons like it goes hello, and then you talk to them on Skype while you're walking down the road looking at them.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Video chat while you're walking down the street.
It'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Well, I played Sniper 2 before you, so blows raspberry. Half out loud.
Hold on, what's this? You. You got him, Tash. She's pissed off now. Time for another game of darts so we can, renew his manhood.
It's okay. It's okay because in the long run, I don't play the games because I just let Tash get the plats anyway. So it's all right,
Oh wow!
Just because I know if I do it, it'll take me about 20 minutes. It's all right.
Oh, she's gonna clip you when you get online, man. Like, come here.
That'd be interesting. It's just if you can kill each other, that'd be interesting. Don't like me.
You said you're gonna record on Friday, right?
I'll go record on Friday, yeah.
Cool. That'll be awesome.
And just so people know, I'm not going to just make my best bits. I'm going to have it very even. Like if the Tash hits me and shoots me from a great distance, I will put that in there.
And for everyone watching and listening or whatever, look for the argument next Monday. Gaming Gurus 12:30 on Google Plus.
There you go. There you go.
Look for the half-an-hour argument about who did what to whom.
Yes, and the video proof of me putting it up against C.
Video, 7 hours of video compressed in 2.5 minutes, and there's your proof.
Imagine all that cutting. Imagine all the chopping.
Yeah. That's the way they used to have to do it too.
Oh, Jay, I think I'm too tired to play tonight.
Too tired of whipping his ass, Tash. That's horrible.
Look at you talking some shit now, aren't you?
Hey, you always talk shit to me and her, so back it up.
Oh dear.
That's hysterical.
Oh,
see, everybody's gonna cut all the bits out where I do well and he does badly. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, well, that's what Tash would do. That's not what I'd do.
Wow. Malcolm.
Yeah.
15 minutes, man. She's gonna clip your hedge, man.
Clip my hedge, yeah?
That's right. I didn't say your head, that's your hedge.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you said, and it just made me laugh because it had me thinking. Oh dear. I need to get more, what do you call it?
Brains?
Brains? That's true, I'll probably do. My brain's like 2% active. So hold on. We need to see, is there any comments?
Anything on YouTube?
Vic John says Tracy Lords was also in Tommy Knockers.
Oh, hell yes.
The Amityville movies. Oh, the Amityville movies or house movies?
Salem's Lot was really good.
I think I would pick the house movies. Amityville or house.
Now, where's that? I don't see that.
It's on the YouTube page.
Oh, hold on one sec. I jumped off there real quick. Hold on one sec. Oh, God dang it. Hold on. There we go. Come on. All right. The Amityville movies are house movies. Amityville original from the 70s is really, really good.
I picked the house movies because I think the Amityville movies are all the same.
And Tracy Lords is also really good in even though it's a bad movie, Zack and Mary Make a Porno.
I will not get into Tracy Lords at all. My cousin's obsessed with the woman, and it isn't because of her movie career. So,
Her other movie career.
Was another movie career. But I don't know, I've seen a few things, like I think it was Cry Baby.
Time out.
Oh.
Tash, with friends like that, who needs enemies? Laugh out loud.
Well, what people forget is when it comes to me and Tash, I have to teach Tash, you say, how to game. So
hold on, you have to touch Tash? What?
Teach. Touch. And that was me talking shit again.
See.
I've said many times before, me and Tash are very equal when it comes to gaming.
I know, you guys just talk a lot of shit.
Yeah. I'm the better shooter with a handgun. Tash is the better shooter with any other gun.
A sniper rifle.
Exactly.
That was funny.
I wish I'd have recorded that mission because that mission was hysterical.
You should have.
That was funny. That mission, where we got up the floors, Tash, do you remember that? And remember we kept running up getting killed? That was awesome. I'll never forget that.
No, if you guys go back to GTA, are you still, is there still a hit out on you?
I don't know. I don't think so because I think you'll be in a different one.
Well, you said, 24 hours is 48 minutes of game time, right?
Yeah.
So.
Which means that if me and Tash will get that trophy, we're going to have to put a bounty on each other, but also probably protect each other as well, which is really funny. But I don't know. I don't know yet. I'll find out when I go back on.
Cool.
I've been on since. I don't normally play games that much unless I'm playing Tash, to be honest.
Well, gotta have gotta have your buddy there to have your back and to play with.
Yeah. Certainly. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I shall be right back. What?
Again, good Lord.
Yeah, let's do a quick wait. I'll be right back.
Thanks, man.
Oh dear.
Anybody else got any more questions? I'm right here. More than willing. Come on, Tash, don't let me down. Tell me about your 201 days of X-Files. Come on, Tash. Come on, Alex. Infomaniac, you still out there? Come on now. Throw me something. Throw me a freaking bone here. Come on, everybody. Oh, goodness. So isn't this exciting? Have on my Bruce Lee Game of Death looking t-shirt that my wife got for me. And I was waiting on his happy little English offs to get back. There we go. Hold on. We got something. Looks like. There we go. Movie absolutely love that everyone. Oh yeah, you know that. Tash. Let's see. Movie that I love that everyone hates. Oh boy, that's a good one. That's a really good one. A Low Down Dirty Shame with Keaton Ivory Wayans. Absolute flop in the cinema, hated by critics. And everyone I've ever talked to who's seen it absolutely hated it, and I absolutely love it. It's goofy, it's a little blaxploitation, but I love that movie a lot. How about you, Tash? Same question back to you. Movie you love that everyone seems to hate. What Hot American Summer First Day of Camp starring Bradley Cooper? Will you watch What Hot American Summer First Day of Camp starring Bradley Cooper? I haven't seen any trailer for it yet, but I probably will. I never even heard of it. Wet Hot American Summer. Let me check that out. Hold on, Alex. First Day of Camp, yeah. Janine Garofalo. Jason Schwartzman, Paul Rudd. Wait a minute. Oh. Oh, was this that national? No, Netflix TV show. Okay. Well, actually, it looks cool. It has Christopher Maloney from SBU. I'll check that out. I will definitely check that out.
Oh, yeah.
That's the recommendation there, Alex. What up?
What up, Jay? What's the movie you have seen in my hates? What's the movie you love everybody hates?
Low Down Dirty Shame.
Oh, okay.
Keenan Ivory Wayans.
So look. You watch Wet Hot American Summer First Day of Camp starring Bradley Cooper. Looks quite fun.
I guess it's a Netflix TV show. Looks kind of cool.
I'll probably give it a go at some point. I'll give everything a go at some point.
A ton of known stars in it, too.
Okay.
Janine Garofalo, Paul Rudd, Christopher Maloney.
Paul Rudd's in it, is he?
Molly Shannon. Elizabeth Banks, all kinds of people.
Oh, wow. Quite a lot then.
Yep. Hopefully it's not just another rip-off of Meatballs.
Well, let's hope not. Because if it is, then that'd be a shame.
That's a great movie, too.
It was. Did you ever see the second one?
Oh, with Corey Feldman?
Yeah.
That was horrible. Hey, Last Avenger, how are you, sir?
Oh, look, Last Avenger's here. Hi, Last Avenger. How you doing? Or should I say hi, Luke?
Hi, Luke. I went back
Luke.
to the chat from last week just to see your reaction again. That was hysterical. Last Avenger told us his name. It's Luke.
Yeah, that was a bit over the top excited over something so
a little bit over the top. Well, we only got 5 minutes left, brother.
Yep. Look, if you've got any questions, ask them now, because otherwise you ain't going to get a chance because we're ending the chat soon.
Yup.
But glad you could pop in.
Absolutely. Even just for a moment.
Big John, what are your movie guilty pleasures?
Sword the Sorcerer.
Dirty Dancing.
Huh?
Dirty Dancing.
Here we go again.
What you know that film?
I've heard of it, yes.
Legally Blonde?
That's a good movie.
Oh dear.
Hey, one of the movies that we reviewed, The Silent Flute.
Yep.
Sorry, Circle of Iron. I love some of those low budget kung fu movies are the greatest.
Yep.
David Carradine seems to be in quite a few, even though he didn't know a stitch of freaking martial arts.
Did he not know many at all?
Didn't know
I thought he knew some.
He knew nothing.
Never was a big fan of David Carradine. I liked him, but never really, really liked him.
Even when they did that revival in the 90s of the TV show, he didn't know anything. He just had that one big kick he threw, and that was it.
Oh wow! No wonder he kept repeating it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that absolutely horrible. But I did watch every episode of every season. It was like, Kwai Chang King's great grandson or
I
whatever it
can't
was.
believe it when they brought Kung Fu back at the time. I can't believe that.
I'm surprised it lasted. I think it was like 2 or 3 seasons, I think.
Yeah, I mean the first season's available to buy now. They were
Really?
like $50 for it.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck
Have
with
you
that.
have you seen the Spencer for Hire movies?
Of course.
Are you ever going to buy them?
Eventually, yeah.
Because they're a fortune. They're like $200 for the 4.
Oh, I know. They were okay, but they didn't have the original Susan Silverman character. The actress who played him wouldn't do it again. So.
And did the burn to DVD on demand rips have the actual full on music and everything?
The what?
Does it actually have all the music and everything on it?
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of shows get that taken away, didn't they?
Well, that's one of the things that kept WKRP off DVD for so long. They couldn't get the rights for the music.
Okay, what's this?
Because all the music in the show was always official stuff.
Electra in the 2nd season of Daredevil. You may know if you watched the 2nd G.I. Joe movie. What are your thoughts? Personally, I think she would be perfect as Electra. I saw the 2nd G.I. Joe movie and I thought she was quite good in it.
It's one of the few bright spots in that horrible movie.
That movie was brilliant. And I think it all depends on how they portray the character. You know, I think if someone portrays the character well, it's going to make Electra perfect. But we can't exactly know that until we first see her do it.
Yeah, we have to wait until a few months until they have the first release of her character. So we'll see. I think she'll be great. Depends, like you said, depends on writing and acting and the setting they have. So we'll see.
I think she'll do good. I think it's one of those things where, she's got the look, she's got the physique, she could pull it off,
Oh, sure. It just depends.
Do you bring back Jennifer Garner?
No.
You know what? I remember watching the Electra movie. I remember thinking it was the biggest pile of crap I'd ever seen in my life.
That was wretched.
I didn't like her that much. I didn't mind her that much in Daredevil.
Daredevil it's a bad movie, but it's not that bad. Jeez.
Yeah, it's bad, but it's all right. It's fun bad. It reminds me of the old Captain America films. They were bad, but they were fun.
Oh, those were terrible.
They were great. The bit where he's on the bike.
Well, the TV series was atrocious, but I watched the hell out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So we should get going, brother.
Well, we're going to keep going, did you say? We're going to keep going. What about Portage?
No, that's not what I said.
You said let's keep going.
No, I said we should get going.
Okay, well, we're going to head off in a minute then. We'll have to.
We're going to get me in trouble. Look at that shit.
A couple of minutes isn't that bad. I'm just saying we're going 1 minute. I just want to check, make sure there's no other comments on YouTube and that first.
I'm just messing with you.
So have a look. Nope, there's none on there, so she'll close that.
YouTube is good.
Okay, so John, would you like to see us out? Would you like to say anything before we go?
I'll save everything for my goodbye. But I've had a great time. The 2.5 hours zipped by.
I did.
Very much.
One thing I want to say before we go was after the chat last week, when we went off the air, John couldn't help himself. He started crying because he was going to miss the chats. And he did. He literally cried, and he said that he hoped he could be in another chat one day. And when he found out he could be in this one, he was over the moon. So just want to put that in there so everyone knows how dedicated you are to the chat.
No video, no pictures, never happened.
But yeah, so would you like to say goodbyes?
Definitely, I'll start. Well, thank you, Malcolm, very much. Always a ton of fun. Always. And thank you, everybody, for all your questions and insights, and Alex and Tash and Big John and just everybody. Who else was there?
Maniac.
Yeah, Infomaniacs, everyone that contributed, and to Luke, thank you for popping in real quick. And not sure when I'll be on, but I'll be on sporadically, hopefully. And Malcolm, I'm sure you and I will speak again very soon.
We will.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to basically thank everybody John thanks, because I don't want to list the names, but I will thank one person for being here today, and that person is very special to me, and it's you, Luke. Right. Now all I need to do is see you, and I'll have the whole picture. So anyway, I'd like to thank Alex, I'd like to thank Luke, Tash. Always great having Tash pop in.
Always.
And I'd like to thank, who else? Big John.
Yeah.
Infomaniac. I'd like to thank Little John for being here.
Thanks, man.
For
one day you'll get that intro right.
I will. One day I'll get one. I don't know what happens. Whenever I get an intro, it's like I just
every single time we do an intro, you're like,
And I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I'd like to thank John for being there, because I know how much John wanted to be here, but how much the time probably wouldn't have been available if he had the job. So I'd like to thank you for taking the time to be here.
Of course.
And it was fun as always. And hopefully next week, in case people wonder where James is, hopefully James will be here next week.
Hopefully.
And so, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a lovely day. I'm going to go and game, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, guys.